Good morning, afternoon, evening, folks, wherever you may be. Adam Gilson here with Modern Foos, coming to you live from the 2024 Tornado Championships Foosball. We've got some women's open doubles final action for you. On the left-hand side, up front, Isabelle Stelly at nets. Iveta on the right-hand side. Maggie Strong up front. Jessica Sanftleben at nets. In this 3 out of 5, overtime in the 5th. Single match to decide the winner of women's open doubles. As we ease into this one right now, Maggie Strong, a Fooser we know well. See a lot of her, all 4 of these players, in fact, we know quite well.
Yeah.
Maggie's 5-bar, I think her greatest strength. She has a kitchen sink full of options on her 3. Her push shot is her main shot. She does shoot a rollover. But she can do all kinds of things while shooting from the 3. Stelly can do that. Down the middle she goes. Quickly now, 2-0.
I think Maggie might have the coldest 5-bar in all of women's foosball. I think her numbers, curious to see what her numbers end up being this match. I think her 5-bar numbers are going to be better than anyone's. I've played her several times the last couple years, and she just passes at will, it seems like. Very smooth, very comfortable, very able, and she will have a ton of shots on her 3-bar.
And what is it for her, though? Is it shots? Is it pass selection? What about it that she's doing on her 5 that makes it so effective? That is a huge statement from you, Clay. I respect what you're saying. Like, that is a big deal to say that you think she has the coldest 5-bar.
No, so is the question, what is she doing right on the 5, or what is the issue perhaps on the 3? If she's going to get a lot of shots, what are you?
What makes her 5 work?
I think, well, first of all, not that I don't. This is a guess, educated guess, but still a guess because we haven't talked about it. It's probably where she puts her time in on the table.
Wow.
I mean, and that is when you first start playing foosball. If you want to get good fast, practice your 5-bar, and then when you're done with that, then practice your 5-bar, and then after that, practice your 5-bar. And when you're tired of practicing your 5-bar and you want to move on to something else, practice your 5-bar. Because if you get possessions on your 3-bar, you can practice that in a match, and you're just going to destroy people. I mean, you're going to get lots of possessions, but if you can't control the ball, if you can't get the possessions, it doesn't matter how good your 3-bar is if you're only getting 3 shots a game.
Yeah.
And so I would make what I think is an educated guess in saying that she probably puts in a lot of time on her 5-bar. And she has a bounce pass. She has a really nice lane pass. She has a good wall pass. But it's not this mind-blowing speed, oh, my God, how did you do that so fast? She reads the defense well, and then she executes at a percentage that supports her reads. So if she makes the read, the execution is an afterthought.
Yes.
Because she practiced her 5-bar.
Ship it. That is fantastic. 2-1 in favor of Stelly and Moore. Jessica. A Fooser that we see every now and then just come out and win stuff. Not touring consistently or constantly. Ooh. Whoa, what a block.
I mean, that clearly didn't hear metal, but it looked from this angle. It just looked like it went in and came back out. Straight up. This is a shot that a lot of players complain about not being able to keep out, and it just stays out.
Stelly, rollover position here. Fake pull to the push side. Jessica's there for it. There's that kitchen sink there that Maggie is capable of. Yes, she's got her standard shots, but she's going to have all kinds of different things she's going to throw at you in the course of the match that she will pick up on the fly.
I like the exclamation there after that shot from Maggie.
4-2, recoil. 4-3. Favor of Stelly and Moore, and you can see, talk about Stelly. We talk about up-and-comers, whatever. I'm not a fan of that phrase. I think this is just Stelly is somebody that puts in the work, buries that back in the hole, goes up 1-0 in this women's open doubles final.
We're back.
This one moving into the second game now. Stelly and Moore up 1-0. Rounding out these 4 players, got to say Iveta is a Fooser that is so solid back there. Going to get your blocks, going to get your passes, going to get your clears. She's just somebody that you want to have back there.
Speaking of clearing, before that she was 6 for 7. Now 6 for 8 clearing. Now 7 for 9 clearing.
78%. It's winning Fooser ball.
It is winning Fooser ball. We'll edit that and never. Is that fun or is that my jerk?
Is that fun? 1-0. Stelly. Hear that? Somebody shouting from the crowd. 4 more. One nothing. 2-0.
Good grief. She's 5 for 10. It's only 50%, but it just feels like she has no pressure on her 3-bar.
And you look at those stats. I mean, you get those opportunities. It is 50% shooting for both sides, but look at the difference in how many opportunities both sides have had. 10-4. 3-0 in favor of Stelly and Moore.
Not a bad time to call a timeout there. I mean, this feels like a 90 seconds in and it's already 3-0. And the pace is frantic. That's gonna work out for Isabelle and Iveta.
Yeah.
And I think if you're the team on the right there, just call a timeout. Just stop the game for a minute.
Absolutely. Strong brings it in. She's down 3 points. Down 1-0. Slowly setting it up to a push shot to a rollover position. That would have been a moment to take a timeout. Look at it. Moore sends it down the table.
I think Maggie living off her 5-bar and just looking at the numbers here, she's 3 for 9, 33% passing. This is not going to work out if she doesn't get those numbers out. And we talked earlier, or I don't know if you and I talked about this, chatting before the match earlier, there is a lot of switchability on both sides of the table. You might see Maggie and Jessica pretty soon consider switching.
Yep. This is a runaway train at this point, though, in the second game. 4-0 in favor of Stelly and Moore. Strong. Rollover position. But to no avail. Stelly has a chance to go up 2-0 here. Walks it around. See that? Strong is just kind of shooting whatever. Panic mode, back pin shots. Buries that. Stelly and Moore now up 2-0. All
right, we're black.
Third game underway. We see this with Strong. She's been getting her possessions, Clay, but she's just not doing anything with them, not taking her time, not developing a presence on the table. And with Stelly's offensive onslaught of the 3 and Moore just being steady back there, doing things like that, passing. She's clearing at 71% is Moore. That's incredible.
And Isabelle is just continuing to drill Jessica there. She's 8 for 14, 57%. Maggie's shooting 2 for 11 here. I just think these shots are not going to work against Iveta. I mean, this is a lot of Maggie's game, and she caught her off guard earlier. One of those 2 for 12s was one of those quick shots. And I just think Maggie's going to get the ball on her 3-bar here, and I think you want to get a good shot on go. Call timeout, let Jessica come up, and just try something. This camera's wigging out, man. because we're good. I'll shut up.
100% though. You're absolutely correct. I mean, just changing anything up, right?
Yeah.
For strong, bring Jessica up there. But the problem is, and I think this is a very relatable thing to anybody here that's played foosball, is that when you get into the finals and you maybe have a game plan or maybe not, but it's hard once things start going against you. And you just need somebody, if it's yourself or somebody, just to be like, hey, take a moment. Go walk around. Go grab a water. Do something. Anything.
Count to 5. Say your ABCs.
Mm-hmm. Jessica now has done that about 3 or 4 times where she's whiffed it. Very smartly calls a timeout. Down 2-0.
What this feels like is if you went to the school where I did, kids fought a lot, and 2 kids just swinging like crazy, and only one of them is landing any punches. And the pace, there's haymakers after haymakers from both sides, but only one is landing.
Yeah.
And at some point, if you're the one getting beat like that, you got to just step away.
Yeah.
And just pause.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you really are speaking there, Clay, to a really great point that even though we are seeing the results on paper is Stelly and Moore just doing what they're doing this far ahead, Maggie and Jessica are still playing with the same level of intensity.
Of course.
They're still trying, but
their try isn't
it's
working.
not landing. Yeah. And you need to rethink it.
Yeah, we do capture stats on passing, scoring, shooting, clearing. We don't track tries. Mm-hmm. Tries don't show up in the stat line. Actually, I guess technically they do, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
If the try ain't working, try something else.
Words to live by. Stelly now getting a bit of a rut there, getting blocked. But, I mean, you know, at this point, up 2-0, up 2 games to nothing. She has that license.
She just knows where to be on that tic-tac there. I don't think anything's working.
Timeout called. No chatting on that side.
One timeout left.
And if this is your introduction into watching professional foosball, pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah. It is. Stelly taking her time now.
Is that 4 in a row?
That is 4 in a row. Jessica putting up some D now. Got a hold of that one. But Moore was there. And now we see Strong. I like her shooting her push here. I think that this is what she should be doing. I just think that being more deliberate with it is going to be the play.
Almost lost that. Love her bounce pass.
Switching to the rollover, Strong. Rocking. Everything's happening within 2-3 seconds for Strong. Can't set up and paint a picture in the opponent's mind when you do that.
And I can guarantee you, she's going to watch this, win, lose, or draw. She will watch this. She will see this. She'll hear what we're saying. And in the moment is when you have to identify what the problem is. That's the difference between winning and losing.
Absolutely.
I think, you know, the way we have this conversation is what would we suggest or what would I suggest? What would you suggest if she just called timeout and said, what should I do? And I think we both pretty clearly agree. First of all, just chill. Just slow it down. And then from there, it's set up your shot. Have a shot with options that you're looking at. And also maybe don't take the shot. Call timeout and get Jessica up there. I think that Maggie is not playing her best game on the 3-bar. She's passing at 50%. 7 for 14 is good foosball. 2 for 18 at 11% shooting. I'll bet my house on it. You're never going to win a match with that percentage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have a house to bet, by the way.
But you know what? And I remember at Vegas, the Hall of Fame Classic, after one of her matches, she came up and asking about the stats. You know, where was she? How was it looking? It is something that I know she thinks about.
Yeah.
I know she is. If anybody is acutely aware of the fact that she's not scoring very well, it's her.
Yeah.
But you get in that kind of spiral sometimes. It's just hard to pull yourself out of it. But
by the way, and speaking of numbers, this is not exactly a runaway train on the left side of the table there. 5 for 11 passing, 45% with Isabelle. That's good foosball. That is you can win with that a lot of the times. 8 for 21 shooting, not so much. 38% is that's nothing to. That's not usually going to take it home for you. Jessica's playing good defense.
yeah,
Holding Isabelle to 8 for 21. But when you look across the table and see 2 for 18, it's tough.
it is. No, and she really did come up big there in this game. After Stelly put up 2. But what is that now? She's blocked quite a few this game.
Can we just get game 3, Dan?
Yep.
Forgot that's 1 for 9. She's holding her 1 for 9 in
Wow.
this game. That's incredible.
And what's the only thing that's worse than 1 for 9?
0 for 9. Oof. That's a tough one, man. That's hard. That's one of those things that I don't know. Maybe that's even something Strong is just knows she's just not doing great. And that kind of stuff, I don't know. It's like beautiful shot, smooth push. There you go. Now it's just one ball.
You can only play in this event. You can only play 1 ball at a time.
Absolutely. That is exactly what you need to be doing. Each possession opens up a brand new opportunity for reality. That trickles in, though, through 3-2.
This is this shot from Maggie last possession. Just cut it in a little bit.
More. Pull shot position. Reeled in by Strong.
And it doesn't even look like she's considering a timeout.
No.
And even if you don't swap, ask your partner. What the heck?
Yep. Yep, and there's Strong now. Got another one. Quick off the push to tie it up 3-3. And now another opportunity to go ahead. And she
There you
very
go.
smartly calls a timeout. That's what I'm talking about. That's smart, Foos.
And I think without having a favorite here or saying anything, I'm not cheering for any side, but it gives me a bit of relief just as a fan of foosball. When you know someone is struggling and you see them finally just kind of reel it in and just take the timeout.
Yep.
And just step away and figure something out. This timeout will elevate the level of play in this game for the team that called it. At
Agreed.
least.
Agreed. Strong puts the ball back into play. Push position to the rollover position. Quick shot. Worked for her on the push side. Don't think that was a bad choice. But here now, another quick shot. Another opportunity here.
It just feels like there's not a goal back there. And by the way, credit to Iveta for just sticking to what she's doing. Not overthinking it and just continuing to block Maggie and clearing the ball. 61%, 3 shots on goal. Also has one that she scored.
See that now. Maggie puts that one away. Goes up 4-3. really looking to take this to a fourth game. See that shooting, though. 3 for 15 from Strong.
This is just game 3.
This is just game 3.
She has 15 shots just in game 3, now 16. No timeouts to burn.
That's enough possessions to win a match.
Yeah.
Both goalies clearing well, both goalies blocking well.
John D. Smith, we need you on table 29. This is referee call. John D. Smith.
Be a nice time to have a timeout instead of a turnover.
Still has it. Just got rid of it and ends up on the 3 of Strong.
You're going to hear from her if she knocks this down.
Yeah. Rollover position.
Yes.
Fortunate there. Goes up. Goes up one more game and is 2-1 in favor of Stelly and Moore.
See her. She missed this shot. It comes back. She whacks it with her 5 bar. Actually, defensive stuff there. Banks it off. Doesn't matter how it goes in, folks. And by the way, take a look. We'll watch this again, but watch the tail end of this. You know, I talk a lot about the table tap. That ball goes in the hole. Celebrate it.
Yeah.
Pump your fist. Walk off. Let them know that game's over with. I love it. I'd like to know what that conversation is.
Yeah. Meeting of the minds.
Just looking at body language, it just feels like Jessica saying, I got it back there. I'm blocking her. It's fine. I'm clearing the ball. Just keep doing your thing. You'll figure it out. That's what I would be saying if I was the goalie. But nobody lets me play goalie. I don't know how to do it.
Game number 4 underway. Stelly and Moore came out quickly to win 2-0. And then there was a stall.
Match. Thank you.
Jessica got on the offense of Stelly in that 3rd game to take it to this 4th game.
What's that now? 1 for her last 11, was it?
Yeah, 11. 1 for 12 now. That last game included. So credit to both goalies. That smoothly goes up 1-0.
Reset.
Like that. It's the push kick that goes into the pull kick from Maggie. Another break. Turns around, fist pumps. Switch on that left side there. I don't think the switch on the 5 is really that necessary. I think Isabelle's passing fine. Iveta gets it through.
More rollover position.
That nice brush up.
Yeah, smooth through the lane. I think we're just giving Stelly a moment to reconnect with herself back there, whatever it possibly takes. I think their strength lay in their other setup, but I think this is great down by 2 points to just at least get a bit of a reset, reassess what's going on. Pull shot position More. And also, you give the goalie who's been blocking your forward really well a different set, a different rhythm, something to look at.
I actually think Moore and Stelly are more dangerous in this configuration. I know they're up 2-1. I think they're a scarier team with Iveta playing forward and with Isabelle playing goalie.
Pull shot position. Stelly tried to send it on home. Blocked
She
back
has a
by
cannon
Strong.
back there,
She
too.
does. What a dig by Jessica to keep that from going in and back door. Pull shot from her.
Jessica quietly has 10 shots on goal this match. She is 25 for 40 clearing.
Picks that up. 3-0 now in favor of Strong and Sanftleben.
62% clearing from Jessica Sanftleben.
3-0 in favor of Maggie and Jessica. Arthur came up to make a ruling.
Just casually pause play, comes up, he knows the deal. Takes maybe a minute out of the match. Nobody's complaining. Everybody wants the right call.
Absolutely.
And takes a look at it in regular speed, takes a look at it in half speed, goes down, makes his decision, resumes play.
Stuffed back in the hole by Moore. Pulls within 2. Jessica working that push. Trying to bring that out long. More though. Blocking. A little bit of everything.
Maggie looking in the crowd there. I wonder if somebody said something.
Another attempt. Strong to the rollover. Quick shooting is not helping her.
6 for 29, 21% shooting for Maggie.
More rocks. Rollover. Puts that away on the push side. Pulls within 1. Got that back.
Van Coley, number 48. Inside your recall, you have 2 minutes.
Ready? Yep.
Back to the battle we go.
Yes!
Strong arm that in from the 5 to the 3 to the quick shot. 4-2. 4th game. Down by 1. Stelly remains at goal. More up front after scoring that last possession. You think putting together some momentum here for her. Does it on the pull side. Pulls within 1.
Jessica just donating a shot right here. Just goes to hit it and just stubs it. Unfortunate. Couldn't quite reel it in right there.
That's happened a few times so far. Not all of them end up out of her zone, but I don't know if it's nerves or that side of the table or what.
She's been steady clearing back there. 28 for 49, 57%. By the way, if you want to follow along with the stats, even if they're not on the screen, we have a link for that. bit.ly/mfstats.
Ready? Ready.
All right, out of the timeout, Smith quickly to her 3. Looking to send this to a 5th and final game. Rollover position. She has 2 timeouts left. Hasn't been taking them. Doesn't need it. We are going to a 5th and final game in this women's open doubles final.
Square out there, fist pump. Round of applause from Eric Hiltner over there. In case you're wondering who he's hearing from. Another game 5.
You can almost set your watch to it.
This will be overtime if necessary with a ceiling of 8. And if you're new to foosball, I know we got at least one new friend out there. Shout out to you, the Jolly Red Giant. Games are to 5, except in an overtime situation in the final game, in this case, game 5. If both teams are at 4-4, it's win by 2 with a ceiling of 8. So it could go all the way down to 7-7, and that would be the last ball. And by the way, for the record, I see y'all helping out the new folks, answering questions, being cool. And it's noticed and appreciated. And we're working on having the most wholesome chat in foosball. I think we're there.
Yeah, feels good.
This did not look like there was any hope for this. After the first 2.5 games?
Yep.
Good grief. Did you see that?
No.
That poor ball. the poor wall. I mean, I missed it. I'm going to try to replay the warm-up there. This did not look like it was possible early on in the match. I mean, 2.5 games, it just looked like a runaway train for Isabelle and Iveta.
Did.
Jessica kept her partner in the match long enough to figure something out, and here we are.
5th game underway in this women's open doubles final. And as Clay is saying, yeah, no, I would not have expected it to go this far after those first 2.5 games. But Strong cuts that one back.
Yep.
Goes up 1-0. Feeling the momentum. Ball from another table.
Oh, ball's flying in. That's your first.
Ready?
Hmm.
Ready.
More. Five-bar pass swatted to the 3 of Strong. Pull kick. You're going to start seeing a whole kitchen sink coming out here. A little bit of everything. Maggie has it. She's setting that up. 2-0 now.
Ready.
I expect a pull kick, a dink, anything else like that when she gets it.
Yes, come on, take it. Steal it. Come on, Isabelle. Come on.
Here comes the switch. Love that. Fire.
Come back.
More back to the back. Whew.
It's getting heavy-handed down there.
It is. Timeout called.
Numbers starting to even out quite a bit here. Almost identical in every category. The biggest difference here, which you don't see on this screen, I can see it on another one, is
Steal it.
Isabelle and Iveta have 3 defensive stuffs.
Ready? Yeah.
3 goals coming off the defensive stuff this match.
Moore ties it up 2-2. Switches back to the defensive position. Strong gets that wall, but gets another attempt. Defense, that's a tight one, but to the push side she goes. 3-2.
Ready? Yep. Ready.
There's timeout.
Strong ends up with it on the 5.
I see the comment in the chat there said this would be an epic choke. I lost it. It's up there somewhere. I think I look at it from a different angle. I think Jessica held it down in the back and gave Maggie a chance to figure something out. I don't know that I would. I mean, it's tomato probably for some people, but I think I'd like to give credit to the team that figured it out.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's not an epic choke. 0 for 9. That's some goalie business going on there. Strong rollover position. Up 3-2. Just misses that one. Shot attempt comes right back to her though.
This will be her 37th shot of the match. Just off the rim there. Hit both posts.
Great dig by Jessica. Push shot. Threatening with that. Almost swatted back. Stolen away by Stelly. Rollover position. Haven't seen her do much on the 3 in a few games. See if she's due here. Jessica continues to do that.
This is just a clinic by Jessica on how to keep out the trash.
Yeah. There she goes on goal with that push. Moore grabs it, Full shot position. Oh, beautiful pass. Just missed by Stelly. Going pass for pass, Clay.
Scott Ramsey, you're needed on table 10. Scott Ramsey, you're needed on table 10.
There is a hesitation, a furtiveness from Stelly's 5-bar. We see that. Don't know if it's nerves, don't know what it is. Just not seeing her play with what she was playing with at the beginning, but more. Buries that from the back. Ties it up 3-3 in this 5th game of women's open doubles. Smith automatically almost has it under 3.
Yeah, she's over 50% now with that. 15 for 29, 52%. That's sneaking into Tonyville there. Tonyland? Tonyville.
No, Sneaking into Tonyville sounds like a great song. I think that is Warren Buffett song.
Probably has a ukulele in there somewhere.
Like that. Jessica shot that out on goal. That's 2 in a row on goal from her.
This is the point in the match where I like to trigger people by saying it's officially win by 2, even though it's not overtime yet.
Yeah. Triggered. Puts that away. His championship point for Maggie and Jessica. There's a switch on the left. More up
Reset
front.
warning.
Reset warning called. Here comes Stelly on the push, the pull side position. Oh. Just get rid of the ball there. You can hear a collective oof from the audience. It's a tough one. Jessica, it's championship point for Jessica. 5 to the 3 of Strong, who has 1 timeout left. Rollover position. Another opportunity here to put this away. Quick shot, push kick attempt.
Smart.
That's the way to do it.
It's that 4th goal by Maggie there. That is out there and square. You see her there. One more, baby. One more. Still true. That's her words.
You're out of timeouts. You have 1 left. Time's up. Out of timeouts, 1 left.
Ball in.
Back into play we go. Down by 1 more in Stelly in this 5th game. Open women's singles. Oh, smack back and put away, and there you have it, folks. In 5 games, Iveta Isabelle Stelly are defeated by Maggie Strong and Jessica Sanftleben to be your women's open doubles champions 2024 Tornado Championships.